Oh wow! I thought we'd try something new. Look at us! Look at us and our technology.
See, now we can stay at the house. Don't ever have to leave. I like
Well,
the way this works.
well, it's air conditioned around that damn shed. It's here. It is September, and it's still 105
100,
degree.
107.
It's unreal out there, man. So,
This
but
works.
hey,
This
let's
works.
we thought we'd do a little split screen for you folks out there this time on this one, and we'll do. We're just going to do a quick college football thing, just kind of the bigger games of the week, and see what we think about them. And so y'all come on back in. We'll do some stuff. Be right back. And we welcome you back to the Midnight Rider podcast. This is Johnny.
I'm Chuck.
And this is a little weird for us. We're not sitting side by side. We can yell at each other too much. But it's just too damn hot. Man, it's hot out there.
Yeah.
We were going to try to throw one together, but we figured out the technology of let's just do it on a split screen. I'll sit in my chair, you sit in your chair, and we'll just have the air conditioning blow on us. That way we can think a little bit more straighter and be a little bit, our picks haven't been great so far. Maybe if we're a little cooler, maybe we can get it right.
I've hit a few.
Yeah, well,
I've hit a few.
So we thought we'd just do a real quick one here, and let's just hit each conference. Who do you want to start with?
Oh hell, let's go. We kind of did them late last time. Let's start the ACC. Let's just get that out the way.
The ACC.
ACC.
Well,
there's not a whole lot, but I figured when I was gonna knock it out because you got your North Carolina State Clemson game.
Yeah, that's going to be a good.
Which
I think State can beat them. I really do.
I do too. That's at Clemson, but I'm looking at Clemson. I don't know. I think that's another one of those deals. People are holding out a lot of hope for Clemson. They just don't look very good.
Well, ESPN's holding out a lot of hope. They like them. They bring a big watching crowd. People tune in to watch them, and people want them to be good as always. But
right, well, you only got a couple out of that conference anybody wants to see, and that's one of them. And I just don't think it's going to pan out. North Carolina State's not bad. So.
Well, they're not. I mean, they're better. They're better than North Carolina State usually is, and we've already talked about that. And
yep.
I think State can beat them. Clemson will probably win, but I wouldn't bet on this one.
I mean, no, the spread's 18.
Yeah, that's.
I think that's way too much for Clemson. They haven't impressed me.
I do too. So anything else on the? I mean, the rest of this looks pretty so. I mean, Louisville. Georgia Tech, they started out like a house of fire, and now here we are. They got now Louisville is Louisville. Are they the 19th best team in the country? I don't think so.
No, it's too early for that. I think TCU SMU will be a good game.
Yeah, well, it should be a good game, but SMU still hadn't impressed me. I thought they were going to be better than that.
Well, that's just it. Neither is TCU. So
well, we know TCU around here. They're either good or they're not. And
the thing is, it's going to be on the CW network, so it's prime. So,
good God,
so they're lining up.
Now, here's a fun. Can Florida State win one and beat Cal?
I can't. I know they haven't played anybody, but Cal's a surprise to me. I didn't expect them to be 3-0.
No,
I think that'd be some funny shit if Florida State starts out 0-4.
No, I do too. I mean,
there's already talk. There's already talk that everybody's seeing. I'm sure about the Kiffin jumping ship and going to Florida State.
Oh, sure. It's all over the place.
Yeah,
it's all over the internet.
That's going to be. That's going to be an interesting game. I don't know, but it's the 6. ESPN thinks so too because it's a 6 o'clock ESPN game. So
yeah, well, they're still living on Florida State. They're still giving them prime time. I don't know.
Now but now they're the name for a whole other reason. And the other one is Michigan State, Boston College.
I don't see that doing much.
No,
I really don't.
It's Florida going back to it. Yeah, Florida State's still favored in this one, 2.5. Yeah. So,
wow.
A lot of people holding out hope. I don't see it.
All right, who else you want to go to?
Oh man, let's jump down. Let's go to our side of the world. Let's go to the Big 12. It was one of the better games of the weekend. I believe with Utah, Oklahoma State.
Well, that's going to be one of the biggest games in the country.
That one's going to be good. A couple quarterbacks are creeping up on 30.
That's right.
And
21's 24 and 125. This is this.
um,
But neither team, both teams were touted to win the conference.
yeah,
Neither one has been great.
no.
I think Oklahoma State beat a good Arkansas team. I really do.
I think Arkansas is a bit better than what people were gunning for thinking about. But yeah, for
So
sure.
Arkansas's better than everybody thought they were, and
Yeah.
I think that was a big win for Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Last week they just blew Tulsa off the floor,
Which is what they needed to do. Tulsa's not any good. They needed to do that.
Yeah,
they haven't been able to do that in past years and just doing what they're supposed to do.
Well, yeah, and Kansas State hasn't been gangbusters. I mean, they got BYU this week. They should wipe them away, and they're the third team that everybody says might win this conference. Iowa State, Arkansas State. I mean, there's not
Kansas, West Virginia. I mean, Kansas is supposed to be better than this. Kansas is.
Oh,
there's people putting them in the top 4.
Yeah, if I'm gambling on this, then I'm betting West Virginia. I just am.
Yeah.
I mean, Kansas hasn't done anything to impress. Of course, West Virginia hadn't been blowing people away either, but I still think they're better than Kansas has shown me.
I just been more disappointed with what Kansas has or hasn't done. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Then the other one of interest, which will be across the country, and interest will be Baylor, Colorado.
Ugh. Did they give them a prime time?
In that circus? Yeah, 7 p.m. on Fox. It's Dion. That's all it is, man. It is a damn circus down there. Now
it's awful.
Now he's trying to talk about how bad his kids get treated. Oh man, this thing is
awful.
Well, they're favored by 2, so I'm really hoping Baylor goes down there and beats.
Well, sure, and still leading the league in unsportsmanlike penalties, which he's proud of that.
Right. Well, yeah, but then he talks about how bad the other team, how bad Colorado State acted, and how bad he never let his team do that.
Oh, sure.
And
I'm an upstanding citizen.
I'm just so.
You and me both, man. So, give me another one. What else you got?
Oh man, let's jump to the Big Ten.
Big Ten. Well. I never thought I'd say it, but boy, I sure can't wait to watch Illinois and Nebraska.
Oh God! Oh, it's so good, and it's at Nebraska. So those are fun to watch at Nebraska.
Well, that place is going to be electric. It is Illinois, but it's a top 25 team.
Yes,
both in Illinois. In which Illinois, I've watched a little bit of them. They're not bad.
They're not bad.
They're
better than what they thought.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Nebraska should win this just because Nebraska's they think they're a better team than Illinois. Of course, Illinois hadn't played anybody. Nebraska, they blew the hell out of Colorado. And who are they? I mean,
right.
I'm just so happy there's other teams in the Big Ten that we can talk about this year.
Yeah, as I said, there's going to be a couple of good ones. You got Marshall, Ohio State, nothing. Charlotte, Indiana, nothing.
Well, Marshall might put up a little bit of a fight, but Ohio State's going to kill them.
Penn State continues their shit schedules, playing Kent State.
LSU is going to destroy UCLA. Penn State,
USC, and Michigan. That's the.
I don't see Michigan even competing, man.
They
got drove off the field by Texas.
I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. I know they lost some stuff, but I did not. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying much attention, I guess. But the over under on this is only 43. Total of 43 and a half. So
wow. Well, I think USC goes in there and beats them. I
think so too. I hope they don't. I really hope Michigan beats them, but
I don't want USC to win. I'm on your side with this one.
Not at all.
There's nothing else really big in this conference I'm looking at as far as a game to watch, so to speak.
Iowa, Minnesota would be a pretty good game to watch just because it is, but it's not going to be
it's not going to be anything.
I think it'd be a fun game, but it's not a game of massive importance by any means.
Yeah, that's true. The Boston College game would have been good had they won last week, but they're starting to do Boston College things now, and so those are the only ones really to hit in that particular conference. So, what else you got?
Oh, let's go to where ESPN's going. That's OU Tennessee.
Oh, SEC every year, every week. This is going to be a fun year in the SEC. I'm not an SEC fan, and we watch them now because OU's in there.
Right.
OU is an underdog by a touchdown in Norman.
The line's down to 6.5.
I mean,
Over under
my
to
God.
56.5.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, they're planning on some points being scored.
Ooh. Well, I'm
Um,
playing the under there. I really am. I'm playing the
I
under.
again, OU fan, but I think this game's going to go one of two ways. I think OU's either going to surprise us and win, or they're going to get beat by 20.
Well, I think it's a 28-24 game. I think Tennessee wins. I don't think it's going to be I don't think the total is going to be over that 50. What'd you say, 56?
56.5 right now.
See that I think that's too many. OU's defense has shown me something this
OU's
year.
defense is good. My concern
Venables
is
has
that
finally got him a defense that he's proud of,
yeah,
and
my concern is if the defense is on the field too much.
that's possible.
If they're on the field
That's
too much,
possible.
Tennessee's quarterback is really damn good,
But
and it can get away from them real fast.
I feel this, and I don't know how you feel about this. Do you think OU's not shown their entire offense the past 3 games?
I don't think so. It's been if they have, I mean, they haven't shown everything, but if this is the majority of it, then yeah, they got some figuring out to do. But
Well, I mean,
I've got to think they're sitting on a ton.
well, I would hope they got some stuff that they haven't shown, and that's why they've been so bland against Houston. Why they were so bland against uh, who was it, Tulane or
Yeah, Tulane.
uh,
Well, and they've got a bunch. They got two of the linemen are supposed to be back.
yeah,
Nick Anderson, Angelo Anthony are both supposed to be back. They're getting back about four guys who they
right,
have not had
right.
since early week one, which is
Well,
not an excuse, but it's going to make a difference.
well, it's going to. I mean, it's really the only good game in the SEC this week. I mean, Vanderbilt, Missouri is the only other one that's even more close to. There's really nothing else worth watching over there.
Auburn,
Well, Florida,
Arkansas.
Mississippi State. I mean, Mississippi State's probably going to beat them by 2 touchdowns, but it is a Florida. It is two names, Florida and Mississippi State. Everything else is they're still playing. They're out of conference.
Ole Miss will continue to win. Texas has got Louisiana, Monroe.
Yeah,
Missouri,
they're all.
Vanderbilt.
Well, they're still playing that 4 game out of conference crap.
I know. I just don't.
Which will change next year, thank God.
Yes, well, it should.
Well, it should. When you get 18 teams or 16 or 18 teams in there, you better.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else out there? I mean, the Conference USA, really, there's nothing going on there. Just looking at what's
really
going
not.
on.
Notre Dame's got Miami of Ohio. Notre Dame's just trying to hang on to trying to hang Northern Illinois, who made their way into the top 25. They've got Buffalo, so they're going to win again.
Well, we'll see. The thing about the Mid-America, something about the MAC, this week, the thing about the MAC always plays good schedules. I mean, Kent State's got Penn State, Buffalo's got Northern Illinois, Miami's got Notre Dame, Bowling Green's got A&M. They always jump in there and play these big teams, and then whenever their conference schedule starts to hit, they're pretty good games because they're all pretty well battle tested, but. There's only a couple of them, and they're playing in conference this week over there. So
I think Toledo's got Western Kentucky. I think that's one of their comments. And Kentucky could lose. I mean, Ohio's not horrible. They could. I mean,
right.
Kentucky could be another one of those teams that falls victim to paying somebody to come play them and getting their ass beat.
Absolutely. It's very, very possible. I mean, there's really nothing else. I mean, the Sun Belt. James Madison's got North Carolina. The South Alabama and Appalachian State is an in-conference game. It's the first in-conference game for.
Well, now that one, I think that one's actually going on tonight. I believe.
Oh, is it tonight?
Yeah, I think it's Thursday. I think that's the tonight game.
I mean, it is really what it is for.
It's early. This is that you've had a few conference games. You've had a couple of big out-of-conference games.
Right.
This is like that lull week before everything just.
Yeah. Now, I want to talk to you about the Mountain West. I mean, they got their conference. There's nobody in conference this week playing each other. Everything's out of conference stuff.
Right.
But the big move. I mean, you got 4 of them going to be leaving in a couple of years.
Did they put the date on that yet? I haven't seen the date.
Yeah, 2026.
It is 26. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they play this year. They play next year, and then in 2026 they float over. Now Mountain West is going out there saying they're going to grab them some teams. But Air Force has already said they're going to go join with Army and Navy finally.
Well, that's one thing. I've never understood why they all weren't together anyway.
Right. So there's going to be some more mixing up going on here pretty soon.
going
and
to
then there was talk about Florida State and Clemson going into the new Pac-12.
the Pac-12. Yeah, Florida
Uh,
State's helping that cause. Um, yeah,
uh, well, what I found pretty interesting and pretty funny at the time actually was whenever, I read the story that said that Florida State and Clemson are talking to the Big 12, Pac-12 about going into the Pac-12 conference. Okay, but then I'm thinking, here's a team that's 0-3,
right.
can't beat anybody,
Yeah.
yet everybody's trying to spend the money to save them.
Well, like you said though, they want the name. They want that Florida State name.
Sure. I mean, in today's football world, do we really think that how am I going to ask this question? That does every big name school remain as big with this NIL stuff going on? I mean, I don't know if you saw the article or not that I saw about, Arkansas coach out there whining about telling
Out there pimping himself.
well, he needs his donors to start giving them more money so they can compete in the NIL battles. I mean, it's already gotten there. It's only been a couple of years, and all of a sudden now colleges are begging for more money so they can pay players. It's already out of hand. It's gone. I mean,
Yeah,
that fast, and it's gone.
that right there was that was really the first, other than Dion and his sideshow that he puts on. That's the first time I've seen somebody like that just flat out pandering. Give us more money.
Well, let's not forget about OSU's helmet camps. I mean, come on.
Well, in the
That
bar,
little logo there, take a picture and send me
yeah, but
$25.
still.
I don't. What's the difference? Who cares?
What's the difference doing that and putting logos on billboards on outfield walls?
Well, they're going to be on their jerseys. I mean, they're already on their jerseys. I mean, come on, man.
You got it. I don't know. I think I'd rather see that than, like I said, the guy from Arkansas begging people to all just give $100 every, or whatever the hell it was,
Right.
$100 every week or month or whatever the hell.
Right. Well, it's just out of control. It's already getting out of control. These these bigger teams, the SEC and the Big Ten, they're going to get
the bigger teams.
They're going to get. Well, I mean, they're going to get all the money they want, and this NIL stuff. Yeah.
Well, we've talked about it though. They're going to turn. It's inevitable. They're going to turn into these super conferences. They're going to be down to. I think we joked about it at one time, but there's going to be the college football champions. That would be between SEC and Big Ten. They both got 25 teams in them.
Well, they'll each have 20 teams. They'll each have 20 teams, 4 divisions, just like the NFL.
Right.
And it's going to be the SEC is going to play the SEC. The Big Ten is going to play the Big Ten. You're going to have 2 national champions. Right. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it. But that's the way it's
getting out of control.
But I know they're putting I don't know if it went through or not. They're trying to put the limit on the transfer dates.
Yes.
The portal dates, which I think is good. They're already a free for all. But
yeah, they need to hammer it down a little bit. And see, the thing is on this, if you think about it, if you end up with 20 teams in the SEC and you end up with 20 teams in the Big Ten, they can make an NFL schedule like the NFC and AFC does, and then they'll have their own playoffs, and then they'll have their own champion. So I don't know. So, but
which is what they're going to. Which is what I mean. God, ESPN would have a damn field day with that.
Sure. Right up. And then you've got the Big 12 and the ACC along with the other guys who may have a new NCAA situation down there.
And that's just it. It's not like they're stacked with smaller teams. But I just wonder if 5 years from now, if you're OSU's in Kansas and Kansas State, if they all start drifting toward the Big Ten,
but they can only they can't go more than 20 teams. They just can't.
Yeah.
They can't go more than 20 unless they decide to do what we just talked about and split off, forget the NCAA, which nobody listens to them anyway. If they split, if the Big Ten and the SEC just go over here and say we're the minor league system for the NFL and the rest of you guys are still NCAA people and you guys created over there. That's all I know that could possibly.
That's all.
I know. Well,
I hope it doesn't come to that, but yeah, it's starting to shade that direction, unfortunately.
Well, that's about all I got for this week. Thought we'd throw something together on a Thursday night right before this weekend. Now it's been too damn hot to talk. We figured out a way to not get out in the heat. So look at us.
There we
That's right.
go.
We're old people, but you know what?
You,
We figure
you
this
know,
shit.
guys in the air
We
conditioning.
figure this shit out. So, but the lighting will get better. We'll do a little bit better with this. We kind of threw this one together just to see if we could actually do it. And look, we did it.
Yes, we did.
So, and I get a little bit closer to the camera. So look at that.
Yeah.
Anyway, games are coming up this weekend. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll hop back on Sunday night, do a recap on what happened over the weekend, and we'll go from there.
Yep, that'll work.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys watching, follow, share, like, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. Give us some more subscribers. We want this thing to grow, grow, grow. We're going to start doing some more and more things as we kind of get everything settled down a little bit and figure out how we're going to keep this going without, melting outside or freezing whenever the weather comes. And we're trying to figure this
We're
out.
cranking right along, though.
Well, and Chuck's been real busy. I've been real busy. It's just having a hard time getting together. Hopefully, this will get us to be on here a little bit more. We're gonna get Tina on here pretty soon to do some more top 10 stuff, and then we're gonna start getting hopefully a little bit more consistent with what we've got going on here. So,
yeah,
we do appreciate you coming through, Chuck. I will yak at you no later than Sunday, and we'll if you got anything else going, we'll talk then.
Sounds good.
All right, bud. Talk to you soon.
Appreciate y'all.
Later.